Well, welcome to Health and Hormones. We are excited today to have the Tera Fe here, or my best friend, or my sweet wife, Tera Fe. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. That might be a lie, but we'll get through it.
We needed you to come on. So there's a lot we would like to learn about you. And I've been asked over the years about my wife. And so we'd like to have you tell us a little bit more about you. Tell us about the Tera Fe.
The Tera Fe. Well, I was born Tera Fe Turley, lived in South America, moved here actually the same year as you did, but we did not meet yet.
How many years did you live in South America?
10
years.
We were there 10 years.
So what's it like to know Spanish and speak so well?
I don't speak it enough, but I do speak. When I speak, I have a good accent. Maybe a little better than yours.
Way better. I love to speak Spanish. I try, but my wife always sounds so much better. All right, so tell us, what are your hobbies? What do you like to do?
My hobbies. Reluctantly, I learned how to play pickleball, but I love playing now. So I would say that's one of my hobbies.
Love that hobby. I love when we get to play together.
My favorite thing to do is spend time with my family. I love being with you. I love being with my kids. I love being with my grandkids. Probably my favorite thing to do.
And how many grandkids do you have now?
I have 2. Luckiest job. Love being a grandma. Yeah. Love being a nana.
Well, you look amazing for a grandma, I'll tell you. All right, so, and we're praying for more actually right now. So tell me about your life as a wife going through medical school. Well, can you remember back? It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. I remember my kids were my little buddies. Like I loved doing things with them. I loved being with you when we had those lucky few moments. But it was a lonely time, but I was grateful to have kids.
Right.
And we did a lot of exploring with other wives and friends. I look back on it with great memories, so I loved it. You were busy though. It was a lot of study.
Do you remember that? So for some reason, my test used to be on Mondays.
Yes, I remember.
So our date night, because we tried to do something, go on a date, was always a Monday night, which we'd always gone out Friday nights before. Yeah. And so Monday nights during medical school was
the coveted night, I remember. We'd put the kids to bed and then watch a movie So it was good times.
What are your memories during our residency in Iowa?
Residency was, again, I look back with fond memories, but it was a crazy time. You were really busy. To steal moments with you, we would come eat lunch with you at the cafeteria so that the kids could see you like during waking hours. I remember like birthday parties. I remember it took a lot of work to not resent you having to leave. Like I don't know, it was Brecklin's 8th birthday party or something. You had to leave to go deliver a baby.
I did. The lady who was only 32 weeks.
Yeah.
In fact, that's why I stopped doing OB. I loved delivering babies.
Because babies come when they want to come.
Because babies come.
But
right.
No, I look back on it with really fond memories. That was a fun time. But again, kind of lonely, hard
for a wife,
and very lonely. But again, grateful for my kids because I was busy and had fun. We did fun things, and
I don't think without your support, I don't think I would be where I'm at today.
You're gonna make me emotional. Don't do that. We're grateful we made it through.
Sorry.
Everybody's trying. So please leave us alone. have like 3 minutes in. Go on.
Sorry.
She's
I'm
awesome.
good. I'm okay.
Okay. Tell me about your physical health during these years. Particularly since we're in hormones and health.
We're talking about
Let's
hormones.
talk about, did you notice any health issues that were hard for you also?
Yes. Oh, I
Tell me
mean,
about that.
honestly, always, for as long as I can remember, always tired. I was always tired. And I remember like telling you, and you were trying to be compassionate, but like, oh my gosh, like get over yourself already. You never said that ever. But I'm sure you probably felt that way. But you tried all sorts of things. You tried to help me figure out what was wrong.
I saw so many people to try
we
to
did. We
find
did.
out why. Like,
Why
you're
I was always tired.
So tired.
As far as health, I mean, I liked working out, so I did my best. I loved, that was my, I just made myself get up and get kids, off or whatever, and then would go work out. But, yeah, I just always tired. And also, I'm afraid to say it because for lack of a better way to say it, I snapped a lot. Like I feel like I'd be good, but then my mood would be like if something, I try to be calm, and then, and now I know that was
Your hormones, yeah.
imbalance. But
And how do you remember how many times we checked different tests and
I remember a lot of
different
times.
studies?
A lot of times, and I remember when you would come back and say,
You're normal.
dang it. Not that I want to be abnormal, but it's discouraging to hear you're normal.
Yeah.
When you don't feel good. So yeah, I remember well.
Do you remember the time when you told me, I'm done checking.
Yes.
I'm just going to live my life like this
Yeah.
because I can't
I don't
handle.
want to hear again
I don't
that
want to
I'm
hear it
normal.
that I'm normal anymore.
And I don't want to have the false hope of thinking, oh, maybe something's off. Maybe there's something we can do to help it. So just leave me in my zone of just trying to get through it. Yeah, I do.
When we first decided to open our first aesthetic office, tell me about your thoughts and because when I first started, we found a laser that helped us treat skin cancer, and we were like, this is amazing. We can literally burn off both basal and squamous cell cancers, and we were super excited.
And I remember the camera. You had a special camera that would
that's right.
somehow take pictures, and through those pictures, then you could look and see the
What's
sun
under
damage.
under the skin.
And that was very fascinating. So with that and the laser, it was exciting. It was exciting times.
It was exciting. And at that time, we didn't do hormones.
No, we did not. We didn't even know anything about him yet.
Yeah. So do you remember when I got invited to do a presentation in Florida, in Boca Raton.
I remember well.
And I was presenting at that. I presented, I believe it was early in the morning, like 8 to 9 or something like that. And I was so tired. But who was it that told me, no, we're going to go to a lecture on hormones?
Somehow I had seen, well, I think because I was looking to see when you were presenting and I saw what was up next. And I was really interested. It said something about, checking hormones And so I begged to stay.
I remember.
And you were very reluctant.
I remember saying, hormones cause cancer,
Yes.
or every other excuse that I was taught in medical school and my training.
But I remember, and I don't ask for much as far as, especially to sit at a doctor's, seminar. But I figured we're here. Please, let's listen. I remember.
So is it fair to say that all of what I do in hormones is because of you?
Yes. You can say, you're welcome.
You're
I'll
welcome.
say you're welcome. You can say thank you. I'll say you're welcome.
Thank you. All right. Can you tell us a little bit about the story of how we came up with the name of our company, our aesthetic office?
Yes. Well, I remember for weeks. You had lists of different names, different options, and we'd
Months.
look. It was probably months.
Yeah, a long time.
And honestly, I don't know. It's hard to think of a name that anyway. So I was not finding any we liked, but I didn't know you were even talking at the time about the name, and I had made an appointment to come get my pellet. So, side note, I don't love to get pellets.
Or any procedure.
If anybody wants to know why Dr. Allen is so compassionate with people who might be afraid of needles, it's because he's very sweet to his wife. I never loved needles. I've never liked, I don't know, I just don't like them. But I found that if I can put my earphones in and if I get into, it can be a movie, TV show, and it has to be as loud as it can go. And then I don't want to hear what he's saying. I don't want to hear about the prep for what he's doing.
You don't like to hear the metal touching?
I don't like to know, get me this, get me that. So I don't hear anything. So I didn't know there was a conversation going on at the time.
And the whole team at that time was in there asking me questions about names. I happened to say Tera Fe.
Well, I think somebody said, what's Tara's middle name?
Oh, that's right. And I said Tera Fe.
And they were like,
you
no, they were like, wait, Tera Fe? And I remember she came around and like tapped me, like got in my visual periphery, and I saw her. I'm like, and I turned it off and I said, what? She's like, can we name it Tera Fe? Like, no, leave me alone, let me go back into my. So I do remember, and I'm not sure that I would have said yes.
So it was the best time
Yes.
to get you to agree to that?
Yeah, it was. I was
awesome.
distracted enough.
So how's it been having the business named after you?
I feel humbled. I feel maybe a little embarrassed. I don't love the, not that it
Do you mean
brings
you don't like the
any attention, but I don't. But I mean, I love what you do, and I'm grateful because I really do think. I mean, you were taking care of yourself because you had several things that you were trying to figure out
On me.
about yourself.
Yeah.
But I know that you were all the time thinking about me and what you could do to help. So I'm grateful to have my name on that. I think it's
Now, didn't you have
changed my life.
a friend from high school?
they called me forever Tera Fe, and she still does. So
And didn't she say,
she
I
said
knew your
you're
name
gonna be
was
famous.
going to
Yes.
And so that just, she,
Not that
she
I'm
was
famous,
right.
but yes, she did.
All right, so let's get down to how the impact of hormones has been in your life. Tell us.
How
The ups
it's
and downs
changed
of-
everything.
And
It's-
tell us a little bit about that.
So, I mean, I just remember early on, it was a gradual, obviously, it was never a bam, I feel better, but I remember just I feel more in control, because I had severe PCOS, I don't know if it's severe, but my moods, I just
was
feeling
severe.
like a way better mother. I felt better wife, felt more calm, like I didn't have to. I mean, I wasn't a real high-strung mom, but I had to work really hard on staying calm, and I just felt amazing, feeling like, oh, that wasn't who I really was. Like, I didn't have to. Anyway, and then, I mean, libido, like my libido was none, like slim to none. I think my testosterone was 0. So clarity, like mind clarity, all the things, it changed my life. Like I'm really grateful that I made you stay for that hormone seminar.
Me too. So it's been awesome because we both started at the very beginning because I had gained so much weight that a patient, do you remember, asked or told me that they said, I'll lose weight when you do, Dr. Allen. And so I came home and
We made a plan.
and we started and nothing really happened for me.
No, you did lose some weight, but not. Yeah, it was hard.
Very
it was like
little
fighting
bit,
a brick wall. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like running into a brick wall. That's what it felt like. And then we learned about hormones, and I was like, man, I'm a mess. And so I started first to be the guinea pig. And then after, I think it was a couple weeks or maybe a month, you're like, hey, help me
Wait a
out.
second. I want
Wait,
in.
I've seen improvements in you. So
Not
help me
fair.
out.
I want to do it.
So, I think it took both of us probably longer than most of my patients now because we kind of got it dialed down.
We were guinea pigs for sure.
But would you ever go back to not being on hormones?
No. No. I am so eternally grateful for that. For you being asked to do that seminar and then for us getting to learn about it.
Totally agree. Yeah. Well, what's interesting is a lot of my patients will say, well, if I start this, how long? How long do I have to stay on that? What would you answer that? How would you say?
How long do you want to feel good?
Would you ever go back to
I would
that?
never go.
Like,
I would not. And I don't, it's the best thing. Why would I want to go back to not feeling like me? Like I was not myself. And I feel like I finally got to know who I am with
how my body's supposed to
it's
feel
supposed
when
to
it's
feel
functioning
when it's feeling
optimal.
Yeah.
So is that why sometimes we pay a lot of money for overnight shipping to make sure we don't even miss one day?
Listen, I've gotten a lot better, but yes,
Oh, no, I'm joking.
sometimes I often would not realize I needed to count how many pills I needed to make, to account for the shipping days.
Hey, I'll tell you, that's the best money we spend.
Yes, it was.
And
you never did complain because
oh no, because we know
it made me in a good mood.
everybody's happy when Mama's happy.
And nobody, Mama does not like missing her happy pills.
Her progesterone.
Yes.
Okay, you are sorry on a lot of medications.
Yes.
Well, hormones and our vitamin list keeps growing.
That fills my hand.
Yeah. Of all the hormones that you are currently taking, what would you say is the most important? If you could rank it, maybe rank them.
Hard question.
Give me a ranking. What do you think is the most helpful?
Okay, so I joke that I never, ever, ever want to miss my spironolactone, and I'm not sure if I even say that right, but because I never miss that one.
Makes your skin look beautiful.
Yes.
So girls love that one.
Yes. Okay. But so with testosterone, I refuse to ever go. Most of the time, I can tell when I'm starting to. I have a hard time waking up. I like my sleep, so we'll just put that out there. But when I can tell it is a fight to wake up, and when I'm awake, it's wow, I am tired. I almost feel like I'm getting sick, but I'm not. I always think, oh my gosh, I need my testosterone. So that one's never go past my time. So much so that I will do it right before a trip and be miserable, not miserable, but sore, on an airplane or whatever, because I want to get it before. But progesterone, I can't do without it. I mean, honestly, when we go and when we're really tired, we get back from a trip, we're like, okay, let's just take the bare minimum. I don't.
You don't miss those two.
No. And then half the time I'm like, well, you got to put
that
in.
What about
you got
your
to put that
morning
in.
one?
Oh.
Your thyroid.
My thyroid, I can't do without that one either. Yeah, that's a hard list. There's going to be all ranked number one. Yeah, that's a hard one.
So are you saying that some people say, well, if I just take one, that should be enough, right? Do you really need all of them?
I do.
Why?
Because I feel better. I like to feel good. Yeah,
That's
I'm
awesome.
addicted to feeling good, I guess. Yeah.
We're going to end it on that comment right there. All right. I guess we want to ask one last question. Aesthetic-wise, what's your favorite treatment you've ever had, or
I
one you
always
like to get?
feel amazing when I come in. When I get the opportunity, I feel like I wish I would go in more often. It seems like life gets busy. But I love to do a dermaplane. I love to do that just to kind of, get the dead skin off. And then with that, I always do the Oxygeneo. And that's like my feel good. But I really, so things I really want to do, I want to get on the schedule, but I need to wait until after summertime. I want to do I don't remember what it's called.
CO2?
Well, I badly want to do a CO2, yes.
Okay.
I did that.
The photofacial?
The IPL.
IPL.
Yeah.
The
To bring out some
photofacial.
of the reds and the browns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, you
What else?
sound like you know it all.
I do.
love it.
And I want to do, perfect pill. I want to do.
Sure.
Lots
So you're
of
saying
things on
there's
my
a
wish
lot
list.
of cool things
There
that
are
women
a lot
can
of
do.
fun things.
And once you've done one, you're not done, right?
No.
Like it's just like what I tell patients is to have beautiful skin, it is a lot of work, just like it is to have a beautiful body. You can't go to the gym once and be like,
Once
oh, I'm
and be
done,
done.
right? Yeah, it's a maintenance thing, and so there's a lot
Lots
of
of fun treatments, yes.
Cool. Do you have any funny things about Dr. Allen that you want the world to know about me?
What
I
kind of funny
guess.
things
Oh,
can
no.
I share?
Is there anything that
A first
Yeah.
thing that comes to mind that's a random
piece
little
of information?
piece of information about Dr. Allen. He falls asleep faster than anybody I've ever heard of, ever. Like, yes, yes. I mean, I always knew it because I could be having a conversation with you and literally right after you answer, you're snoring. So,
How fast? It didn't. I had a
yes.
sleep study done.
So then now medically, I do know that.
I had a sleep study done years ago just to see if that was the cause of my fatigue, and they said that I had hit REM sleep faster than any patient they'd ever seen, ever.
And I can attest to that.
Yeah.
What was it like?
8 minutes or 7 minutes. I'm in full REM.
Full REM, body switching.
Like
in
nothing can wake me up.
Yes.
The world could be.
So needless to say, our kids check in with me at night because you don't wake up.
I can't. I'm out.
Yes.
So, do I have any addictions?
You do. You're addicted to pickleball. You can play pickleball morning, noon, and night.
That is true.
But unfortunately, you have a thing called a job, so
Yes.
you don't get to do that.
Who's my favorite person to play with?
Me.
Yeah.
And it's not very often, but it's the best.
Boy,
get
when
to
we
play
can play.
together.
In fact, we just did this week, and that was special.
That was awesome.
Is there anything else you want people to know about me? Be generous and kind. So
Anything
what
you can think of. I don't know. What are
well, tell everybody what anniversary are you coming up on? Even though you look a lot younger than me.
No.
I was asked one time at a restaurant, my daughter and my wife were sitting across
Our
from me.
oldest daughter,
Our oldest daughter, and
26.
And a guy comes up and asks me, he goes, enjoy these days because it's not often you get to take your daughters out to eat. And my wife just saw it up and was like, oh
did
yeah,
not.
I love
I'm like,
it.
no, I'm his wife.
So
We're coming up on.
how many years have we been married?
So we've been married 29, and January of 26 will be 30 years.
where are we going to go for our
I
anniversary?
don't know. Let's plan it.
Yeah. So I might not be available for about a month. 30 years. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to say about health and hormones and any pearls of wisdom for our patients after being my oldest current patient?
Oldest patient, yes.
Longest
yeah,
patient,
maybe
not oldest, but longest patient.
Longest running. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that you, you took a chance and stepped outside of what you were taught for many, many years. And I'm grateful you were brave and started going to these other conferences and realizing that it's not right. And people are meant to feel good. And I'm grateful because I am the #1 beneficiary. So I'm grateful.
Well, there you have it from the Tera Fe, my best friend. We hope you watch this because there's some pearls in there that you can feel better and you get to feel great. keep watching because we're going to have more coming. Again, this is Dr. Allen with Health and Hormones.